There is a cat in your home right now who has never once written you a letter, never sent you a text, and has absolutely no way to sit you down and say what they actually need from you. But they feel things deeply, more deeply than most people ever realize. And every single day, they are quietly hoping, in their own silent, furry, slightly dramatic way, that you will figure it out. Today, we are going to figure it out together. These are the 7 acts of love your cat hopes you will give them. Not just once, not just when you feel like it, but throughout their entire life. Because cats do not forget, and the bond you build with them, or fail to build, shapes who they become, how long they live, and how happy they feel every single morning when they open their eyes and look around for you. Let's start at the very beginning. Chapter 1. The first act. Learn to speak their language. Imagine moving to a country where nobody speaks your language. You try to communicate, you wave your hands, you make sounds, and everyone around you just stares blankly, or worse, misreads everything you say. That is your cat's daily reality. Cats have an entire vocabulary, a rich, nuanced communication system built from ear positions, tail angles, slow blinks, body posture, and sounds. And most humans never learn a single word of it. Here is what animal behaviorists have discovered that changes everything. When your cat makes eye contact with you and then slowly closes their eyes, that long, lazy blink, they are not being sleepy. They are saying, "I trust you completely. I feel safe with you. I am choosing to be vulnerable in this moment." It is the closest thing a cat has to a kiss. And when you slow blink back, you just said, "I love you" in fluent cat. Studies from the University of Sussex confirmed that cats are significantly more likely to approach and interact with humans who return the slow blink. They are not just being cute, they are having a conversation. Learning their language is not complicated. It is just intentional. Notice when the ears flatten. Notice when the tail puffs. Notice when the purr changes pitch. These are not random. Every single signal is information. And a cat who feels understood is a cat who feels loved. Chapter 2. The second act. Give them choices every single day. This one surprises people. We think of cats as independent creatures who do whatever they want, whenever they want. And in some ways, that is true. But the reality is that most indoor cats live in environments where almost everything is decided for them. When they eat, where they sleep, when humans pick them up, when playtime starts and stops. And this lack of control is one of the leading causes of stress in domestic cats, according to research published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery. What cats hope for, what they genuinely need, is what behaviorists call environmental autonomy, the ability to make small choices throughout the day. A second perch they can retreat to, a hiding spot that is actually respected, meaning if they go there, nobody follows. Multiple water sources, the freedom to choose whether they want to sit beside you or across the room, the option to walk away from a cuddle session without being chased. These are not big asks, but they are profound ones. Because when a cat has choices, their stress hormones drop. Their immune system performs better. They live longer, calmer, more confident lives. And here is the beautiful irony. When you give a cat the choice to leave, they almost always choose to stay. Chapter 3. The third act. Play with them like their life depends on it. Because for some cats, it genuinely does. Play is not entertainment for cats. It is not a bonus activity for when you have a free hour. Play is how cats process anxiety, maintain physical health, practice the instincts that are hardwired into every fiber of their being, and bond with the beings they love most. A cat who does not play enough is a cat who is quietly suffering. The science here is striking. Indoor cats who receive less than 15 minutes of interactive play per day are significantly more likely to develop behavioral problems, excessive grooming, aggression, destructive behavior, and chronic stress. The wand toy, the feather, the crinkle ball. These are not toys. These are therapy tools. But here is what most owners get wrong about play. They play at the cat's body instead of with the cat's brain. Real play means mimicking real prey movement. Slow and sneaky, then fast and erratic. Hide the toy behind furniture. Let the cat almost catch it, then pull it away. Let them catch it eventually and feel the triumph of the hunt. End every session with a treat, because in the wild, the hunt always ends with a meal. Without that closure, your cat's nervous system stays slightly activated, wound up with nowhere to put it. Play with them every day. And when you do it right, when you watch their eyes go wide and their haunches drop low and their whole body ignites, you will understand that this is not just fun. This is love made physical.
Chapter 4. The Fourth Act. Respect their sensitivity to pain and aging. Cats are, by evolutionary design, masters of hiding pain. In the wild, showing weakness invites danger. So a cat who is hurting will often simply become quieter, less interested in play, more irritable when touched, sleeping more, eating slightly less. And because these changes happen gradually, most owners miss them entirely, or worse, mistake them for the cat just getting older or being moody. Veterinary research shows that over 90% of cats over 12 years old show clinical signs of arthritis. Over 90%. And yet the vast majority are never treated for it because their owners never noticed the pain was there. Your cat cannot tell you their joints ache when they climb the stairs. They cannot explain that jumping to their favorite spot now feels like landing on broken glass. They just stop jumping, and you wonder why they seem distant. What your cat hopes for here is simple, but requires your attention. Learn the subtle signs of discomfort. A slight change in grooming. Are they missing spots they used to clean? A hesitation before jumping that was never there before. Sensitivity when you touch their back or hips. If something changes in your cat, assume it means something and ask your vet. Cats do not change their behavior without a reason. And as they age, give them ramps, not just stairs. Heated beds, because older cats feel cold more acutely. Lower litter boxes with open fronts. Easier access to everything they love. Growing old with dignity, surrounded by comfort and awareness, is one of the greatest acts of love you can offer a living creature.
Chapter 5. The Fifth Act. Make your home their kingdom. Cats are territorial animals. Their home is not just where they live. It is the entire foundation of their psychological security. And a cat whose territory is boring, unstimulating, or threatening is a cat who lives in a low-grade state of anxiety every single day. Animal behaviorists call this environmental poverty, and it is heartbreakingly common. What does a rich, loving territory look like? Vertical space. Cats feel safest when they can observe from above. So cat trees, wall shelves, and high perches are not luxuries. They are mental health infrastructure. Scratching surfaces, not as a gift, but as a necessity. Cats scratch to mark territory, stretch muscles, and manage stress. Windows with interesting views, because a bird feeder outside the window is a television channel your cat will watch for hours. Hiding spots at ground level for the moments when they need to feel invisible. When you design your home with your cat's psychology in mind, something remarkable happens. The cat who was hiding all day starts to venture out. The cat who was over-grooming calms down. The cat who was scratching the sofa finds the post you placed in exactly the right spot. Your home is their whole world. Make it a world worth living in. Chapter 6. The Sixth Act. Be consistent, because cats crave certainty. Cats do not understand chaos. What they understand, what they find genuinely comforting, is routine. The same feeding time, the same greeting when you come home, the same voice, the same energy, the same familiar rhythm of life. Research in animal cognition shows that cats build detailed internal models of their daily world. And when those models are accurate, when what they expect to happen actually happens, their stress levels remain low and their attachment to their human grows stronger. This is why cats often seem to know when you are about to come home, sitting by the door before you arrive. This is not magic. It is pattern recognition at an extraordinarily high level. Your cat has memorized your schedule, your sounds, your smell, and they have built their sense of safety entirely around your predictability. Be consistent. Be someone your cat can count on. That reliability, that being there-ness, is one of the most profound things you can offer another living being. It is quiet. It is undramatic. But to your cat, it is everything.
Chapter 7. The 7th Act. Love them loudly at the end. Every cat owner knows, somewhere in the back of their mind, that this chapter will come. Cats live shorter lives than we wish they would, and how we show up for them in their final months, weeks, and days is the cumulative test of everything that came before. Your cat does not fear death the way humans do. What they feel is discomfort, confusion, and more than anything, a need for your presence. Sit with them more. Let them sleep on you if they want to. Speak to them in soft voices. Keep the environment calm and familiar. Hold them when they need to be held, and give them space when they need that instead. And if the time comes when continuing is causing more suffering than it is preventing, make that decision with love, not guilt. The final act of love any owner can give their cat is the act of putting their comfort above everything else. Because here is the truth that ties all 7 of these acts together. Your cat chose you, not because you are perfect, not because you always got it right, but because you were there. You were consistent. You tried to understand them, and you made their one short, wild, beautiful life feel safe and full and loved. That is all they ever hoped for. That is everything.